Welcome back to the Perfect Imperfect Podcast. I'm your host for today, Pavinash. Today, we have a very special guest with us today, introducing Mr. Vincent Chan.
Hello everybody.
All right, Mr. Vincent, please tell us more about yourself.
All right, cool. So, my name is Vincent Chan, currently a lecturer in MMU. I'm also the CEO and founder of the Changemaker Academy.
Okay.
So, what we do is we coach students, bring them to competitions. Outside of MMU, we do consultation, coaching small businesses. Yeah. Currently, that is what we're doing. Yeah.
Sounds very exciting. All right, Mr. Vincent Chan, let's get to know more about
Sure.
and what you do professionally,
Good.
right? So, could you take us back to the beginning? What inspired you to pursue a career in education and
Wow.
entrepreneurship?
Such a very, very interesting concept. I think not many know about this story, I guess. The one that near me, just for context, I'm a proud MMU alumni, Mata Dunia, back in, I graduated 2010 in banking and finance. So the first thing, let me ask you, when you graduate banking and finance, which is the first place you work? Bank! Exactly! So I'm not the person who loves calculation actually. Yeah, so but I took that journey because first job take any lah, 2 years, first time come out from Malacca some more, working in Cyberjaya, HSBC, 2 years there. Get to know that my heart and soul was not there. Seriously, was not there. Then luckily I got to jump to marketing department back in 2012 in MMU Cyberjaya. So I was lucky to get there. But again, I was not that kind of person that the hoo-ha, very extrovert kind of person, but marketing job needs you to be very out there. I had to go school road shows, every school in Malaysia. So that is how I actually find the light to speak. I love to speak because of that. Then only in 2017, I joined the education. And when I joined, a lot of people disbelieve, especially my cousin. Vincent equals to lecture. It's a no-go. It's a no-go because of my style, because of my behavior, my attitude. I'm very easygoing. I like to do things that if cannot follow the real rule one, I don't like the straight line one. So I will always go through ways that make things much more fun and exciting, So they say it's a no-go. But then again, why I actually become a lecturer is because I feel that 6 years in the marketing, I want to go into the training industry at the time. I said, lecture is the best way and the fastest way to go. Then that's why I changed and was so lucky again. I got the call, say that, hey, there's empty space. The time was CDP, Center Diploma Program, back then, 2017. So I joined again. And straight away, I enrolled myself into one of the trainers with TM for the Protege program. So that's how it started all the way. So educator / trainer. Then you mentioned that's not what education, entrepreneurship. Again, entrepreneurship was never in my mind. Same goes becoming a lecturer, was never in my mind. I also don't know what. The thing is just like opportunity come knocking on my door, just open and catch it. So the entrepreneurship was started in 2018. So almost like 1 year plus after becoming a lecturer, it's a competition. So I was like, I always love competition. So let us do it again. Maybe let the student this time feel it. So we started with just 2 groups only that time. We joined, we win, and history. Everything is history until today, what you can see, the achievement that we achieved. So 2018 entrepreneurship started into 2018. Then it closed until today, where we have our own business. We have more than 100 talents in the Changemaker.
That is so inspirational, Mr. Vincent. Okay. In your opinion, what was the moment or experience that really shifted your mindset towards the innovation, especially in teaching field?
Teaching. Another interesting fact when you talk about teaching innovation, I'm not talking about all this business innovation, right? I was famous. Short selling. But I think a lot of people can showcase that statement I just said. I was first famous is because of my teaching innovation. So teaching innovation here doesn't mean that I used or created something like very chunky, very tech. It's actually how I conduct my classes. It's very different. When I first time joined, I was already scouted by the head of the department. Back then was called ADAPT. Something about teaching innovation kind of department. All right. So they are the one who scouted me saying that this guy got talent. So let him be a part of our talent also in the department. So I joined a lot of competition back then to showcase how I actually handle my class. What kind of interesting activities and framework that I actually do in class. So yeah, teaching innovation. Why I shift is because I do not want students come to class just to study semata-mata. Because with that only, if that is their drive, I can tell you, you will get bored easily. You will get not motivated easily. So I want them to come thinking that what's next? What's Mr. Vincent going to bring today? What food he going to feed us today? What junk food he going to give us today? You know, what activity we going to do today? I want that because I feel that is a very strong driver to drive somebody to come to class, especially 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So that is my shift or mindset when I joined in. And of course, when I started, it was not that smooth. Very normal. From marketing to lecture, I thought was easy. Because marketing, you talk. You very familiar with talking a little bit, but when you come to lecturing, it's a whole different ballgame actually. You marketing, you can talk whatever you did as long as you got your product knowledge. But here, you need to know the slides, the content, the example. You have to make sure that you understand what you're talking. Even the examples you need, you must. So the shift or mindset is I want them to have fun, right? And also, make sure they learn something different, above or beyond the four walls of the classroom.
I think that is very valuable, especially since nowadays everything is more towards textbook-based learning. Yeah. So another thing we would like to know is you founded Rise. Rise. Yes. Rises. Sorry. Okay. Could you explain more about what it is and how it helps students?
So I developed that is actually for that competition that I mentioned earlier on, the teaching innovation competition. So I showcased that and I think I got the gold award for that. So Rises is the combination of I remember because back then 2017, 18, relationship, I can't remember. C is communication, engagement, and S is I remember. But the fundamental of the Rises is actually back then was the relationship. I always focus on the relationship of me and the students. Because for me, if I have good, positive, strong relationship with my students, whatever I ask my students to do, they will do.
I guess that's true also.
In a good way, definitely. So a lot of people oppose this. They do not like this because they say that, I remember when the first time I became lecturer, someone told me that you need to have boundary, huge boundary with you and your student. I don't believe in that. For me, yes, we need to have a boundary, but a respected boundary. It don't need to be high or low or thick or thin, doesn't matter, but there should be a boundary definitely, but it's a respected boundary. And that's what I practice all along until today. And that Rises is already integrated in my daily life with the student also. So the framework itself is strong enough to actually kind of a plug and play that any lecturers can actually use it. So we actually publish an ebook on that, and other lecturers can actually just view it and they can try it if they want to. But the relationship part is for me the fundamental at the time because all the ICES can be achieved if the relationship is strong. You can communicate with them like friends, very easy to get through them, make them understand. It's through relationship, man.
Yeah.
If you have bad relationship, for example, you got a girlfriend, you got bad relationship with your girlfriend, you talk about she got bodoh, okay, you don't know anything. Communication breakdown, then you break out in no time. So that is what we do not want in class.
That's true. That's true. Especially nowadays, since a lot of students think it's a bit more difficult to talk to their lecturers open-heartedly. Yeah, I believe the relationship concept is a very important thing nowadays. So another thing is, what is one innovation in teaching you to believe all educators should try?
So previous years, I know there's a lot of shift in mindset, uh, emotionally. A lot of people have shifted. Even, to be honest, like myself also, I think after MCO, a lot of people changed, including myself. But I also believe that it's a choice for you not to stay in that dark zone forever. But they still affected a lot of these kids until today. That they keep saying that, they are introvert, they are shy because of it. So all this actually tie down their communication with people. They do not know how to talk to people. And it's not one or two, it's a lot. It's very scary to see actually, because if you can't really communicate with somebody, how if you later on after you graduate, how are you going to do your interviews, you're going to meet your clients. And also communication, I feel what other lecturers should now focus is really to get a basic communication channel with them. Try to talk to them. Not always coding. I know some of them, deserve it, but I feel that on the mental side, there's always other ways to do it. So I hope to see that more lecturers be a bit more open in terms of communication with them. Not to say that I need to know their personal story. No lah, I feel, but it has to show them that you are open for any communication. Because a lot of students are surprisingly they feel that talking to their lecturers or asking things beyond subjects or whatnot is something a big no actually. That's what they think. Like in school, maybe in school they are trained like that. I don't know lah. But a lot of them say that, can man, lecturer, I ask like that, can like that. I ask you about something like, for example, one of them asked me like, what is the best club in the university? As simple as that. Nothing to do with the subject. That also they feel can ask like that. They feel it's not normal. So I feel a lecturer should build a safe zone for them, so that they can be more open. That's what I feel like, and this is what currently I also struggling to do. So because it's not that easy. Cakap senang, tapi nak buat tak easy. You can't get everybody to open to you. If you get one or two open to you, and you somehow get to communicate with them well, I think that is a good success. Then from there, you slowly get the others.
So you've mentored students to international success. What is your best approach to bringing out the best in young talents?
Very, very good question. As a mentor, as a good mentor or coach, I think we have to give room for them to explore themselves. So when I started the Changemaker Academy in MMU itself as a secret society, right? We don't sell human, no worry. Right? Nothing illegal, everything is legal. My concept was the 3 E's actually. Expose them. After they are exposed into all this competition, as you mentioned, international, national, university level on, then we will make, after they expose them, they will explore. They'll explore themselves. Then after that, after they explore themselves, they will tend to experiment themselves. Some of them, they never know that they are actually good in graphic design or teaching or presenting until I expose them. Because I think after many years doing this, when I see somebody, I can get, this guy macam ada potential. Macam you, I rasa after talking to you for a few minutes, you have some potential.
That's great.
In terms of convincing people, mungkin ada sikit, presenting, definitely you can, no issues, and this is what I see in my students now. So when I see, I would say, hey, you have potential, you want to join this kind of thing, so when I expose them, if they agree, then I expose them to competition, and this is where they explore themselves. The many different kinds of people that they meet, they work in a group with different people. They're not working in their assignment group because it's a different level, right? Competitions, and we have to jaga our own name, our university name. So it's a very different level. Then after they will experiment themselves. I feel like I'm good at this. Let me try in this competition. Good or not in drawing, good in learning apps. So I feel this framework until today has somehow developed all these students into winning students, I can say, winning teams, this 3D concept. So, I just let them be who they are. So, because if you are a good coach, you will not say that, hey, you must do this. Then they are not being themselves. So for me, to make sure that they grow at the same time, I have to do the fishing way. give a bit, you tarik, then you let go. Memang coaching, you still have to be there with them. Because most of them, I'm the one who approached them to join competition. They cakap, hey, join competition, then I biar them pula. Die alone, cannot lah. So my style is, I will guide them A to Z. But at the same time, ada freedom, ada guidance. Ada freedom, ada guidance. So I still want them to experience it by themselves. Not only follow what I say, follow what I say, follow what I say. It has to be two ways lah. There's not only good mentor, but it has to be good talents as well. So we work together well, and okay.
Yeah. Could you talk about one of the challenges or events that
Challenges in event wow. Back then when we first started we know nothing about any winning framework, how to win a competition, but we learned throughout the journey lah. So the challenge, the first challenge that we received back then was to prepare well to win the game. Mindset semua dah ada, all got winning mindset, but how can we prepare well to win and compete with all those people? Because when we enter competition every time they will say, if like we go tak kisahlah university level ke national level balik-balik you will hear all those big university name that will win. Contoh siapa? You tahu tak?
Sunway Taylor.
Why? Why not MMU? So that drives me also, like, hey, they all human also. They're not superhuman or what? Back then no AI also.
Yeah, true.
We are in the same level. Nothing. So why we cannot win? Everybody said that, oh, you join this competition on this Sunday, win one. Confirm you join, sure you lose one. A lot of people said that when they started. So I was like, it's okay. Di jalan ni, we go ni. Rupa-rupanya, sama je dia. We are as good, MNU is as good as all the university that you guys say power and upside. In terms of competition And we pernah join one competition on home ground, one of the private university. We went there. Majority of the finalists was from their university. Home ground, they got their own supporters. I think the competition got 4 tracks. We joined 2 tracks, and that 2 tracks we won champion. So
that's a very big success. That's a very big success.
I don't see why people keep saying, oh, God, this university don't join, people lose one. For me, tak ada lah. So since then, it builds confidence in everybody, the talents, and me myself, saying that actually everybody is the same. As long as you know what you're doing, you prepare well, you practice well, you are sama je. Your chances to win sama je.
That's true. So since we are trying to identify what are the potential in young students, especially in their talents, right? How would you identify these potentials in the students which initially can't even identify it themselves?
Good question. This is actually the second challenge that I faced.
Yeah.
Last time not so. This time, nowadays, yes, because a lot of talents, they do not know they have talents. Recently, I met a student, first sem, newbie. Hey, actually, you got talent. Because you see, the difference between a person that got talent and kurang talent, not say no talent, is especially when we talk about communication. If you can talk to me, here I'm a stranger, although I'm a lecturer, but if you can talk to me and sembang like friends, you are somehow Kira, not the introvert, no. Introvert, I know who is introvert, the one that all the way quiet only.
I see.
If you stand beside the floor will keep on sweating already. Those kind of people, that one, communication, memang introvert, you can say. But you see, the challenge is when I meet this person, this one can talk to me one. I say, hey, I got this secret society, I want you to join. Hey, you got talent. You know what's the first reaction? The fellow laugh at himself. Why you are laughing? No lah, sir, you don't cheat me. I'm telling you that you have talent and you laugh at yourself. You see how much of a disbelief they have in themselves. The low self-esteem. Some say it's like kind of an imposter syndrome kind of thing. You feel that you're no good all the time. I call it as an imposter syndrome, if I'm not mistaken. So you keep telling you're no good until somebody tells you you're good, then you feel like, oh no, disbelief. And seriously, she doubted herself until she don't want to join me. So a huge challenge for me in getting talents nowadays. When it's not you come to me, The mentor go to you, ketuk your pintu, hey, hello, you got potential, come and join me. Close the door. Bam! One time close the door. See, not many. I think out of 10 so far I met, only 2 join.
I see.
So they don't want to join, you know. It's not because they don't think that it's important or they don't believe it's important joining all these things. It's just in them they feel they don't want. They have 1,001 doubts about themselves. So language lah, this lah, that lah. So this is also another huge challenge in getting talents to join, to participate something. You know, even if you see clubs and society in all universities also, also they are seeing at a downward trend. People joining all this.
Yeah. I realize nowadays it's a bit more.
So I also don't know what budak-budak zaman sekarang wants. Yeah, that's a huge challenge also lah. Currently we are facing. Because like I told you, we have like 100 over talents now, but we are stagnant so far. They cannot grow because there's not many ones to join.
I see. So apart from these challenges and things that you find difficult, right, what would you say is one of the memorable success stories that from your mentoring journey that still like moves you?
Definitely the first win lah, I think back in 2018. This is our first time, you know. Then it's like, fighting in all those, because it's an international level, although it's university level, but it's international university. I think FOB is the one who organized it, but it's an international level. So there's, I remember there's Indonesia, Thailand. These 2 universities from these 2 countries came also. So it's like freaking out lah, you know, like first time then you're fighting all these international fellows, they die lah, you know. Then never lah. So we prepare well. We brought 2 teams. Both teams came to enter final. Then we prepare well. I remember clearly because my dean that time told us that, you know, if you got train your student nicely, you know, take care of the reputation, you know, the university. Because we are fighting with a lot of other university that coming to MMU. I was like, no worry. That time was Dr. G. I think Prof. Record. I said, no way, I got trained one. So, and we won best presenter, and we also won first runner up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, first runner up. So that was our first win, and we was like in the club night, you know.
Yeah, that's a very big success last night.
Then after that, I think the second biggest success was our first international level competition called the Hart Prize. I can't remember what year is that, 2019 ke apa. We are the only Malaysian that was in the top 6 of the global international global, I forget name. Level lah. So banyak-banyak in the university, they are the champion, so they will go fight with another round. Then they will fight with all the other Asian countries. So we are shortlisted top 6. Then we have to pitch again. So the winner of that top 6 will actually go to, where is it? San Francisco ke mana to fight there for the 1 million USD, you know. In the USD, you know. So we like crazily prepare everything lah, you know, that time. And why is that memorable also is because it was after the MCO. Then it was restriction. I think now can tell I won't get the saman first. So actually the students came to my house. I don't know what reason they gave lah, but they get to Lepas and they came to my house to do the video shoot for the presentation to send for the top 6. So they come to my house. I need to borrow white screen projector from my brother. You know everything. Then we shoot in our house. We shoot in my house. So all the students came and shoot the video, present in the house. So that was like crazily hard work lah. Like all the effort, 200% lah, I can tell you. So they all memang tak boleh lupa lah. MCO, curi-curi datang, ambil gambar, then submit. Then we waited until I think, because their time is different. Their time is different. I think 6 a.m. only, they did a Zoom call with us to like interview us, the team. Then the next day, baru dapat result. But we didn't get shortlisted to the champion lah. But we are in the top 6. And the top 6 got from Indonesia. I think the Universitas Gajah Mada won from Indonesia. Then we also have from US. I also don't know why US was inside that. It's supposed to be an Asian thing. So I don't know lah. But we are proud lah because we are the first Malaysian university that enter the top 6.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's in a global level, that's a very huge aspect.
So that one pun tak boleh lupakan lah.
Yeah.
The first and this first international one also. Wow, you can say.
So, how do you bridge the gap between youth-driven ideas and real-world policy or government action?
So far, our level is always creating solution that reflects either the Malaysian NEP, the National Economic Plan, or the SDG. So that's how we build our ideas. Because last time we don't have all these guidelines. Like I do not have experience also. But lama after joining a lot, I see a lot of companies that organize competition also. They try to tie something with the policy that you mentioned, or maybe the framework that Malaysia have. So I feel that is another way of winning a competition. That whatever solution or problem that you are developing, you need to tie with something that is already there, a framework. So we always play with the Malaysia blueprint, NEPs, and also SDG. So SDG Malaysia, so we have our own SDG framework. So we tie those together. So at least if you're talking about feasibility, definitely it's feasible because we are tying together with or reflecting existing policy rules or framework in Malaysia. That's how we create and develop our ideas.
So, what is the advice you would give out to students who want to turn their social or environmental concerns into viable or impact-driven steps?
Just do it. A lot of people got ideas. Ideas are cheap now. You see, I heard somebody say, this guy very big in this industry. I said, ideas are very cheap now. You can get ideas everywhere, anywhere. Say GPT can give you lots of ideas. You know, and there's a lot of fear in competitions now. You know, so I always tell my students, judges will always have the mindset that this idea is from ChatGPT. But how can you convince him? Yes, if it is, then how can you convince the fellow that this still works? You know, this idea still, although the idea generated from ChatGPT, whatever you prompt the fellow, but you still work on it, you research on it. But how can you convince that judges that it works? You know, so for me, students can have idea, but if you don't do it, what you guys waiting for? I don't know.
That's true.
That's true. I've met a lot of students for a lot of ideas, but you're sitting on it. If like chicken sit on the egg can grow got chick inside. Nothing. So I think they will just die like that. And what you know, the next day got somebody got the idea and just do it. Or the losing side. So quickly do it. You know, the faster way to do it is either you, I believe, maybe on IT class, project, FYP, or join a class, Changemaker Academy. I will make sure that we package the idea together and join competition. If you really want to make a real impact, you have to do it. There's some people that I know in MNU, those that shout out to those Abimayu, Yin Yin, all these people, all these famous people all in MNU. They do a lot of this volunteer work. You know, so they join all these youth work, go to this country, that country, join all these programs. What the program? I just can't remember. Okay, a lot they join. So this is another way that you can do it, you know. So if you want to talk about social impact, you can join all these what you call this? What word I should use? Programs, I guess. All these programs, volunteers,
Okay, since coming back to topic, the most important part of this session today, let's get to know more about the change in the
Okay. Right. So currently we are still running wild. I'm still actively fighting for talent. And yeah, recently I recruited half of my class. They are business students, diploma in digital business. So half of them actually agreed to join an internal competition called EventX. So it's a yearly event, EventX, done by the Technology Transformation Office, TTO, in fact, RMC and TMRMC. So they created it. So I feel that this is the best way to push students because the internet event. And I don't know. This is a shout to all students. If you want to do a business, you have ideas, you should be out there. Seriously, you got nothing to lose, what? That's true. What you want to lose? Nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose. So the Changemaker Academy is to say we are trying, we are doing our best to make sure that we can create this ecosystem of entrepreneurial mindset. I know when I say that creating an ecosystem of entrepreneurs sounds like unlikely to say because not everybody fits to be an entrepreneur. That's what I say. Right? Fair enough. Okay, if everybody businessman, then who's gonna do other things? Who's gonna teach, right? Yeah, understood. Okay? But when I package it in an entrepreneur mindset, doesn't matter you're an engineer, you're a baker, you're a teacher, you're an entrepreneur, everybody needs entrepreneur mindset. So entrepreneur mindset, dia macam an advanced version of soft skill actually. So entrepreneur mindset, just to give a context, that is actually about how entrepreneurs think. Contohnya, problem solving. Right? Entrepreneurs need to know how problem solving. So that's what. So entrepreneur mindset is something that people need nowadays. So I feel that this is what currently we are doing. We want to push more new students to join us. I think that is currently what we're doing. But personally, as the founder itself, me myself do a lot of projects also. Like for example, you see this one, this Jada storyboard game, inspired by my son. Okay, so we developed this from ground zero actually, from home to here. My son gave me the idea to do this. So I took a drawing block and draw. Draw, then we test out. Then we got grant for FMU. We hired somebody to draw everything. And today we have this. And we are going to commercialize it this year. So we are doing a lot of workshops. This 7th of June, we will have one. Then we are doing a school holiday program for primary school using this board game. So we are pushing out quickly this year. So we are going to start it soon also, hopefully before Christmas again, December. So we'll see how it goes. We update you guys.
That's very good. How do you guide students to balance purpose and profitability in their business idea? Because normally a business has a purpose, but how do you give the appropriate profit that you deserve from it?
Very good. Okay, so nowadays, whatever solution that we create, I always package it in a social enterprise way. So it's an enterprise, normally we see the full profit enterprise. So social enterprise, we have, I would say 50-50 lah. 50 social impact, 50 of the profit. Yeah. Because you are not an NGO, you need profit to run a business. So what I told them is make sure that when you create, problems can be very painful problems that you can create. Yeah. But sometimes when the solution comes right, balik takut nanti pergi to the NGO side. Then you won't make money.
Yeah.
So a lot of time I see students who first time they always end up that kind of situation. Say for example they want to solve a problem of the rural area kids education. Yeah. But when you create their solution, it's not like an NGO. Yeah, how you earn money? Donation, this kind of form. It doesn't work that way, donation, no. So you need to self-sustain also. So social enterprise is a way to go lah. So that is my strategy. When we create winning projects, we go into that. So students will know that, when I create a social enterprise, there is a balance of social impact, all right, the purpose, and also the profitability other component got there also. So that's the easiest way to make sure that this flow is present in our business.
Yeah, very. Finally, sir, if you could leave one message on value to the next generation of students and even change makers, what would it be?
Just do it lah, certainly. I think many of them want to take things the easy way out. I see a lot of students nowadays want the easy way out. And technology makes things much more easier for them. But by saying just do whatever you want to do doesn't mean that you can simply do stuff. Everything has to come with purpose. So my message is, if you want to be successful, you need to do it. You have to wake up and just do it. But I feel most lagi lama, a lot of students tend to just hide themselves in their own cocoon. And we are talking about this batch of people are going to be our future leaders. And the industry now is scared. What kind of future employees that I will get? So, and that is another objective why I started the Changemaker Academy. And that's also my objective why I'm going into a different teaching method class. Because I want MMU, especially MMU, create a really promoted student. It's just not a label. I want them to be very valuable until people fight for them. And I have, just to be proud, so far for 3 years, all the Chancellor Award winners are from Changemaker. That's very Jamila, the first president of SLC, she is the Chancellor Award. Lee Min Ying, I don't know, she's engineering also from Tanjaya. She also Chancellor Award. So, and masa tu I think President Award was Neha. Not sure you can Neha. So all those very famous so all those are actually from the Changemaker. So we are balanced actually. Academic, they say, wow, you join so many competition. I always get that when I do a lot of activities in class. I say, wow, how can you finish your syllabus? Can't finish first. Same goes to students as well. Why they still can get Chancellor Award? But you see their profile, what they join is equally the same as their academic result, It's just time management. It's all here. What you want to do that business, you find somebody. You find a mentor. That's the first thing. Kalau you student, you also because most students, they want to do something or business or anything doesn't matter. They very unclear a lot of things. Okay that's logic but you need to find somebody. So like for me, it's also certain things when I want to do a business. Like currently, I'm planning to open my own center. Also, I couldn't hey, what's the next step? I have opened before, then how should I know what's the step, legal steps, what I don't know. And get somebody. Somebody in the industry or a mentor to talk to, then they will share with you what's the step. Same goes as students. And maybe we have EGC also, Entrepreneurship Development Center. You want money, you can find them also. Promote industry. They have, I think yesterday they posted for seed funding. So they are helping students to start up their business. So that's a good thing. People giving you free money, go make sure you have a good business, good business idea. You go to them, pitch to them. They feel okay, they give you the money, then you start your business. So there's always ways. It's whether you want to do it or not.
Well, guys, that's the conclusion of today's journey. We got a very insightful journey with Mr. Vincent Chan, Change Academy, what he's been through, what is he doing. We hope you've enjoyed as much as I did today. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.